So what is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Grayzone video. In today's video, we're going to be going through everything that you need to know about Grayzone and why you should be excited about this game, particularly if you love Escape from Tarkov or games like Dayz. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join me over on stream as I stream 6 times a week, and otherwise, let's get straight into this video. So if you didn't know, Grayzone Warfare is a new game that will be in early access on Steam, and you can wishlist that game right now. It is kind of a hybrid game between Dayz and Tarkov due to its persistent server and task lists and realistic real-world weaponry. From the early onset, it's clear to see that Grayzone is still in alpha, but it has the building blocks to become a very good game for people that like the tension and danger around every corner. Around the map are safe zones that let you spawn in when you first boot up the game and give you a bunch of stuff to get you started, ready to take on the early tasks. Grayzone has you going back and forth to a nearby town, taking out enemies while doing a good job of teaching you the basics of the game while still being rewarded with task rewards too. The first hour you'll find yourself walking quite a bit, but once you have unlocked the LZs for the choppers, this is where Grayzone stands out from Dayz and Tarkov. The helicopters can be called in at almost any time to help you get to and from locations. They will also calculate the time it will take you to walk to those LZs, meaning that you don't risk missing your Uber. The rides itself are well done as well. The helicopters stay low, weaving around the scenery, and you can even see other players taking on their tasks as you're zipping by and even catch a little bit of their voice comms. Now, when you first started the game, you'll have to customize your character and select a faction. This is hugely important as you'll only be able to play with your friends if they've selected the same faction. At any time, there will be 16 players on a faction on your server at once. The really cool thing here is that you'll be able to see all those faction members and their positions in real time on the map, meaning that if you do hear gunfire and you check your map for friendlies in the area, you'll be able to see that that's them and know that it is not opposing factions close by. Whilst in the first few hours we didn't come across PvP as the game kept us in the beginning areas, as the missions progress we'll be going closer and closer to the center of the island and closer to those enemy faction bases. The AI themselves in the beginning are quite easy to deal with, but things can escalate very quickly if you are not checking those sectors. The healing in the game is very similar to Escape from Tarkov, where you'll need to heal broken bones, fix bleeds, and do surgeries. But the difference here in Grayzone is that you can actually be knocked out into a coma, meaning that if you are a part of a squad, your teammates, if they can get to you in time and they have the right medical equipment on you, you can revive your teammates, which is huge. If the worst happens though and you do die, you'll be respawned back at your BOP or your base of operations, and you'll need to get a chopper back to your location to pick up your gear. If you are part of a squad, your teammates can secure your gear whilst you're returning on your chopper, meaning that you get straight back into the action and the mission wasn't a complete wipe. Solo players will have to work out whether it's worth going back to their body though, or just re-gear and go again. The UI in the game is done extremely well. Whilst at the base of operations, you can select the vendors, collect tasks, and turn in all of those tasks all in one screen. The vendors will be leveled up very similar to Tarkov by completing missions, which will in turn unlock new items for you as you gear up and get more and more powerful as you level up in the game. Overall, Grayzone has a huge amount of potential here. It needs some polish for sure as it is in alpha. I would like to see more loot on the ground. The guns look a little bit small in my hands and the animations of the teammates need a bit of work, but overall I am signed up for what Grayzone has in store for the future. Guys, that's it for today's video. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join me over on stream as I stream 6 times a week, and otherwise I'll catch you on the flip.